Fucking as soon as I start this, I get a fucking phone call. Jesus. Where do I? Just want to edit stuff. Where can I get a link? I'll probably just get it on my phone. Mm, just grab it. Should be in my fucking my history by now. Hmm. Okay, I've got no fucking idea then. Not another phone call. God damn it, motherfucker. If anyone's watching in the future, fucking ignore this shit. Still trying to fucking. Still trying to work this out. I have no idea how any of this fucking works. Uh, Streaming. Yeah, look. Sorry, I have no fucking. I have no actual plan for what I'm doing right now. I'm still trying to set everything up because I'm really fucking bad at streaming. I have no idea how a lot of this stuff works. Hello. How y'all doing? Can you hear background noise, by the way? Can you hear? Because if you can, this is what I'm talking about. There's gremlins in the house. Really? Okay then. That works. Let's talk about cheese. I'm actually lactose intolerant, which means like I'm not, I'm not that great with cheese, which is really weird. I just thought cheese was a funny word when I was making it, when I was making my channel. These guys are still making videos. Not another phone call, god damn it! Keep getting fucking phone calls. What is it? I don't know. I could like. I think at some point I should probably have it so that I play something in the background or something. Like I don't know, some kind of game. I've always wanted to live stream games, but I never really had any real way to do anything like that, like consistently. Ayo, what's up with the fucking? We need more dog and run by content, please. What does that even mean? Why are you asking me? Why are you asking me shit that makes no sense? I got a question. Why do you want to do a CIDR? Because I like cartoons and I like Danganronpa, and so I made cartoons in Danganronpa. I think it's pretty obvious. Sorry, type. I mean, let's say, will we have more Danganronpa content soon? I mean, sure. I mean, cartoons in Danganronpa in and of itself is fucking Danganronpa content. I would do like other Danganronpa content, stuff like that, like actually talking about the series and stuff like that. But like, I am not a fan of the fandom in general, which is why I don't usually talk too intensely about subjects that pertain to actual Danganronpa. I'm just not a fan of a lot of the fucking people. The thing about the Danganronpa fandom is that like no one agrees on anything, and it's really it makes it so hard to find people that have similar views to you. So it's fucking it feels like I'm fucking fighting an uphill battle whenever I'm having a conversation or trying to look up something Danganronpa related. It's like, oh, this game sucks. This is the worst chapter of this game. This is the worst character of the series and stuff like that. It's like with other fandoms, it's like this is a normal thing. But for Danganronpa, it feels like everyone is split down the middle on everything, and it just makes it really annoying. I will answer questions about that though. Fucking, what's your favorite Danganronpa character? Miyu, probably Miyu, with like Shuichi and Hajime being like close. Miyu's just really fucking funny. What's your favorite ice cream flavor? I don't really. I'm actually not that big of a fan of ice cream, but chocolate. Now that's a controversial take. That's a hot take right there. I'm not a fan. I'm not that big of a fan of ice cream. When will chapter one come out? Probably April, May, something like that. And that's if I really work towards it. Phone! That's if I really work towards it. Otherwise, it's probably gonna take a while. Uh, hey, if you to be placed in Danganronpa, then what would be your ultimate talent? I don't really have a fucking talent. I suck. But, uh, ultimate. I don't know. Ultimate editor. That's like the best I can come up with. I'm not that talented. Was there any characters cut from the CIDR roster originally, like back in 2017? No, every character in CIDR right now is who was planned since the very beginning. Things like the death order and like events have changed, but overall, uh, the characters have stayed the exact same. Why do you want Dipper to be the protagonist? I mean, he fits, doesn't he? He's very he's very Danganronpa protagonist esque. Oh, you decide the victims and the blackens. I mean, all of them are done normally. Like all of them are chosen in terms of uh just what I think would be good, and that's basically it. That's as far as this is gonna go. They're chosen in the way that I think is most interesting while also being plot relevant. All of them have already been chosen, just so you know. Like there's no I haven't changed anything. I'm not gonna change anything in the process of making cartoons in Danganronpa. Everything is set in stone as is. There's no change. It's all in the benefit of like what goes well with the story. You're gonna make a game off of one of your projects? No, because I can't program. Oh, there's a lot of fucking. Oh, there's a lot of stuff that I miss. Who do you think is slash are the worst survivor? I forgot that I need to probably put a spoiler tag or something on this. Uh, worst survivor? I mean, like, I don't hate any of the survivors. I barely hate any Danganronpa characters in general. So, Akane, I guess. I don't hate any characters. So I guess Akane, because she's just the least interesting, I guess. Oh, hey, Box. What's up, dude? It's probably a stupid question, but any particular favorites in the CIDR cast? I like all of the shows represented in CIDR. It's kind of the point of the game in general. But uh, Invader Zim is my favorite show of all time. And then like a lot of the other shows are very close to that, like fucking Gravity Falls, Making Fiends, Ed, and Nettie. These are all like very close. How long are CIDR trials going to be? I have no idea. I want to make them about as long as normal Danganronpa trials, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard trying to do that. Danganronpa, fucking. Is this it? Is this the one that? I always see. It's not, but it's still a pretty consistent list. Okay, I'll come back to this. Hold up. Are you allowed to say who the anti-tagonist? Thank you, Mr. Obama. Uh, I guess not. Technically, I guess not. Why'd you choose those characters you picked for your DR series? It's like the fucking. It's just mostly just shows that I like. That's all. It shows that I like that also fit into a theme of these shows are all from like normal universes that are also that also have like some kind of mystery element to them or have some kind of inconsistency that makes them kind of supernatural. Those are mostly the that's mostly the criteria of I hope you can't hear that. That's mostly the criteria of Carson Danganronpa in general. Actually, fucking if Poof from Fairly Odd Parents was a playable fighter, how would he work? Probably like Jigglypuff. That's a slime time question. I wasn't expecting that. What character is the most fun to write in CIDR? Probably one of the crazier characters. Probably Zim or Charlotte or Ed. Just any of the characters that is like I can kind of interject whatever I want into their script and it still feels natural. Not a question, but I love what you do. Thank you. I appreciate it, Dongan Mansion. Why are Double D and Buttercup in CIDR? Even I don't know. Even I don't know. Actually, I do know, but I'm not telling you. Are there any characters that you think could also fit in this series that aren't in it? Well, like I said, the criteria for Cartoons and Danganronpa is that it just has to be a show that has a mostly normal universe uh, that also isn't too normal. But I guess it can be just whatever that isn't a completely off the wall world. Like imagine like SpongeBob and stuff like that is obviously completely out of the question because the characters are animals and they live underwater and all this stuff is like completely inconsistent with the rest of the shows in the world. Stuff like that is not going to be possible whatsoever. But then there's stuff like what's a good example? I guess My Hero Academia would be a good thing where it's like yeah, all the characters are human. All the characters are technically like they're human. They're all in high school, a lot of them, but uh, the world itself is like a superhuman society, and so you wouldn't really be able to get past the fact that why are there just normal people in this world when there's it's supposed to be a superhuman society? Like Dipper and Dib and all these people, like they don't fit in My Hero Academia, and so like Deku or Araka would not fit in the other universe, vice versa. There's stuff like that. Ed, Edd n Eddy is a mystery or supernatural, or My Life as a Teenage Robot is like I said, it's not always going to fall under that category, but this is the general material that I'm working with. I'm allowed to interject, uh, like a little bit as long as it fits a theme. And either way, My Life as a Teenage Robot is supernatural. I mean, they're all fucking like Vexus is an alien robot monster person. In Slime Time, any characters you want to deconfirm? I'm not making Fanboy and Chum Chum. Eat my ass if you think I'm making Fanboy and Chum Chum. Why did you do the Ultimate Jew? Oh wait, that's probably for comedy. Oh, okay. Do you have talents which you had to scrap for the ones? Nah, all of them are basically the same. Ultimate Jew isn't even comedy. It's still plot relevant. If you remember. Kyle being the Ultimate Jew is plot relevant, which is really funny to me. What's your favorite Danganronpa game? V3. V3 is easily the best for me, although they're all good. When CIDR is finished, will you make a sequel? I'd like to, but I don't know if I'll be able to. Will Smith for Slime Time? Yes. What if Chowder was in CIDR? I mean, probably gonna be pretty hard to kill. A lot of Toon Force. Why put Kyle and Eric in CIDR? Because I like South Park. If this one got popular enough, would you attempt to make a second or even attempt to make some kind of lore to all this, like how Danganronpa had the remnants? There is lore in CIDR. You just don't know it yet. Any character in fiction you want to hug? I mean, Waffle from Cat Scratch. That's the number one thing that came to mind. If you had a side mode for your series, what would it be? Can you describe it? Side mode. What do you, like the like the whole thing where you're able to like the thing in V3 where you could do the board game where you like meet all the characters and see all these interactions throughout the school life and stuff like that, or just the normal thing that happens at the end of every Danganronpa game where it's like you're able to just talk to all the characters and stuff. Are characters from Netflix Nicktoons like Pinky Malinky and Glitch Text eligible for Slime Time? Yes. Anything that's even related to Nickelodeon in general is viable. I mean, we have non-Nintendo characters in Smash Brothers, so it's pretty obvious that I think that would be good. What if Fanboy and Chum Chum were joke characters that could die, such be defeated in one hit? I'm not a fan of those kind of joke characters because I think it's kind of pointless to make a big move set for this character that's gonna be completely unplayable. Like I like joke characters, but I would want them to be viable in at least a bare minimum sense. They can be bad, just not like completely unusable. Would you allow fan projects with CIDR? Go nuts. Go nuts if you want. Like Island Mode or yeah, board game. I don't really know any specific one that I would want to do. Cause it's like I don't know. That's something that would take a lot of planning. Like planning to come up with a concept with is what I mean. I don't think I could just shit out an explanation immediately right off the bat or anything like that. Best and worst Danganronpa between 1, 2, and V3. I think that every single sequential game gets better than the next. So it's just V3 and then every game down gets worse. But they're all great. What about the love room? No. These are babies. These characters, no. These are babies. Not doing that. If you're excluding Fanboy and Chum Chum, then what are you planning in terms of joke character? Hey, well, I would like to. I almost want to say what I plan. I have several joke-ish characters planned, but they follow the philosophy, like I said, of like them being viable. I'd love to state them, but it's like it's hard to. It's I want to resist the temptation because I don't want to talk about something that could be like twist, a cool twist in the future. What cartoon style comics count for getting in CIDR? No comics count. Comics don't count. No Mr. Meteor. I'm surprised people still remember Mr. Meteor. Dude, me and some of my friends have been like watching through Mr. Meaty. We took a break from that, but we've been watching through fucking Mr. Meaty. Cause one of my friends fucking sent me a like the entire series of Mr. Meaty on DVD as a joke, and watching through is one of the weirdest fucking shows I've ever watched. Like I watched it as a kid, but like I never realized just how fucking weird it was until I got to watch it like all in a row. How brutal do you plan to make the executions? Not not too brutal, honestly. I don't want the fucking I don't want this to be too gory. Is what I mean. I want this to still be cartoonish. I don't want these characters to be like ripped open like in a very graphic manner. I don't think that would be very fitting for a lot of these characters. I want it to be mostly just normal. Like I remember someone made like a recommendation that like Mabel's like if Mabel was to be executed, then she would have her skin like turned into a sweater, and I thought like, ugh, why you do? No, no, it's gross. Were there any characters that didn't make it into CIDR? No, the entire cast has been planned as it is. It'd be funny if Dora was the most complicated Slime Time character. It would be. We know you like cartoons, but do you watch anime? I do. I watch a lot of anime. Not a lot of the popular ones. I think the most popular anime I've ever watched is My Hero Academia or One Punch Man. I watched through the original Naruto like last year, I think, and it was pretty good. But aside from that, I haven't watched Dragon Ball. I haven't watched One Piece. I haven't watched Bleach. Like none of the big names. I just watch a lot of the more obscure ones, like like Kaijo. uh, Shut up, Scat. I'm not adding Mona. Is that even viable? Was that on Nick Jr. at some point? I'm gonna be sad because there's not characters in CIDR that I hate. I'm gonna cry it all to death. That's the plan. I don't. I remember seeing at some point like a lot of people don't like or South Park is definitely the most like up in the air show for a lot of people. I see a lot of people say that I want Cartman to be dead immediately. I don't want to see him in this thing. Like even from a lot of the South Park fans, it seems like a lot of people love Kyle, and then Cartman is like the most detested character in the Killing Game, like by a significant margin. Will the blood be orange? I wonder, bro. Uh, what will happen if Billy and Mandy were in CIDR? Who knows? A lot of requests for fucking like, different characters in CIDR, like fucking Timmy, a lot of that. Like I would, it would be interesting for a sequel if there was like another cast of characters. Like I said, the only thing that is needed is like the prior criteria that I set up with like the characters just have to be from a normal world basically. It just can't be any SpongeBob or Chowder or what's another good example? There's not many. There's not too many good examples. Almost naked animals is something that I thought of for some reason. Why did that come into my brain? I have not thought of that show in like 3 years. Kappa Mikey for Slime Time. That'd be dope. Kappa Mikey's super underrated. Like all those shows that like were on Nicktoons Network for like 2 minutes. Those were my jam. Fucking Kappa Mikey, Cat Scratch, the Secret Show. I don't know if anyone even knows what the fucking Secret Show is. And then Kaput and Zosky. That's another one that I know no one knows. Shoutouts if you know what Kaput and Zosky is. Shoutouts if you know what Kablam is. Like for some reason, a lot of people just did not know what Kablam was. Back during the talents video, a lot of people seem to thought that that was like total drama or something, which is really weird. What's your favorite anime? Mm, why was I gonna say My Life as a Teenage Robot? My phone. My uh, favorite anime is The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, with like Welcome to the NHK probably being a close second. Some some out of context quotes you like the most. I don't. I'm trying to think. What's a good one? I can't think of a good one. Sticky. Uh, nah, I can't think of anything right now. Uh, so it's no sense too soon. But have you had any concepts or ideas for a CIDR sequel? Yes, I have. I will admit this. CIDR is planned with a sequel in mind. The events of the story are planned with the sequel in mind, but there's no guarantee that the sequel will happen. I do have like ideas for what the sequel would be, though. It's hella soon though. So I have a question. You don't have to answer. Is what if is lol what is canceled? I think you mean it's lol what if canceled. Uh, it's like on a very distinct hiatus, if not. I would. There's been a lot of characters that I would like to do in the future. Like for what if, there are some characters like in Slime Time. There are some characters I won't be able to do for that because obviously, uh, like a lot of characters don't fall under the Nickelodeon guideline thing. But I think at some point I wanted to do Alex Yick. If anyone knows who that is. Alex from fucking Y2K, a postmodern RPG. I just thought that would be really funny. I thought that would be really fucking funny to fucking shit on that game. Uh, Possibility of an anime in Danganronpa. If you mean an anime and cartoons in Danganronpa, I mean it's possible. Animes are cartoons. I think a lot of people separate the two a little too much. Animes are literally just cartoons that are made in Japan. So, yes, it's possible. uh, Johnny Test in the CIDR sequel. I want you out of my chat. I want you out of my chat. I heard the got an update that improves things. Can't say seeing much change. Yeah, fucking Y2K is a mess. Y2K is one of the fucking funniest games I've ever played in my life. It is so fucking funny. Least favorite cartoon shows. I mean, I'm gonna be stereotypical. I'm gonna be a stereotypical Mr. Enter response and say like, breadwinners, uh, Modern Family Guy. Uh, but and for anime, I guess School Days is complete ass. Any playable villains besides the Evil Syndicate from Nick Ninja Unite and Zim in Slime Time? I'm surprised. I was gonna say Zim counts, but you already said that. Yeah, there will be others. It's all a matter of time. Will the sequel have anime characters? Video game characters are just more cartoons. I mean, why would there be video game characters? It's cartoons in Danganronpa, but anime is viable. I mean, the one where the protagonist never shuts up. Yeah, fucking. There's literally a point in time where, like Alex from Yick goes like, what's it called? He goes like, I'm a broken pipe, and I'm the plumber trying to mend it all back together. And I was like, what are you talking about? This the whole game is fucking stupid. Just imagining if Bill was reincarnated as Monokuma. Hmm. Ever seen Parasite? I've seen that it exists, but I haven't actually watched it because I thought the premise was kind of gross. I'd probably like it if I watched it though, but it's like that premise is gross. Imagine trying to fap with that fucking hand. Would that be would that be masturbating if you were to fap with the fucking parasite hand? These are the questions. These are the questions. Would that be masturbating? Or would that be another person technically? Because it is a different. It is a dude. It is an alien dude. If what if isn't canceled, would Zimby still be in, or would that be too redundant? He would be removed easily. He'd just be Slime Time exclusive. Uh, fucking should totally add Bling Bling Boy into CIDR. I want you out of my chat. I want you out of my chat. What's the funniest moment in Yick, in your opinion? When the fucking dude at the end goes, PANDA! When the fucking panda at the end is like, yo, dude, what are you talking about? I'm just a panda. And then he fucking fades into existence, and then he goes, no, I need you. Panda! Anyone remember Robot and Monster? That show's okay. Not my personal pick, but it's watchable. Uh, what's your thoughts on Disney XD show? You mean just Disney XD shows in general? I mean, they're okay. They kind of peaked at Kick Buttowski, and then the rest were like meh. Because Kick Buttowski is dope as shit. And then I guess Randy Cunningham was also pretty good. The rest are like eh. Wanted to do more, but I'm fucking just answering questions. Thoughts on Isabel from Animal Crossing? You just want me to give an opinion on Isabel from Animal Crossing? I mean, she cute. I don't really play Animal Crossing, but she cute. NSFW art of her is pretty good too. That's my best response to that. I'm gonna pull up the questions on my phone, just so I can answer this like more respectively. Uh, have you ever seen Disastrous Life of Psyche K? No, but fucking Soda, who, if you know, fucking Soda is my significant other. Soda fucking like adores that show for some reason. The show's too cutesy for me. Or it's like it's one of those things where it's like all the characters are pretty boys and stuff like that, and I am not down for that. Are you planning? You plan on using your movesets for Rivals of Ether? No, because I can't program. That stuff's too complicated. It's like it's too much time, as well. Like even if I wanted to learn it, it'd be like that's too time consuming for me who wants to make all this stuff like Carson's Danganronpa and all this stuff. That'd just be detracting too much time away from other projects. Will there be an Ultra Despair Girls game? I thought about it. I thought about something like that, but it like if I did something like that, it would probably be made in like RPG Maker or something. Uh, I'm gonna ignore any questions that are like, are you going to put this character in CIDR because those are a little too redundant, as well as what's it called? The thing about it is that if I what if I say yes? Like oops, you just got spoiled for future plans. What? Have you watched Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared? Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is great. It's a really cool series. I really, I've always been a fan of like Muppets and stuff like that. So like, that's always been, it's always been a cool little thing about me, or not about me, but about just like media in general. Like using puppets has always been like a really fascinating art to me. Are you aware that we lost Rolf's voice actor for real? Since when? How long ago was that? Damn. I actually did not know that. Do you know El Chavo? I know that it exists, but I've not watched it because it's not really. I'm not the audience for it. Play a game? At some point, I should. Why did you not add Mordecai and Rigby or Gumball or Darwin to CIDR? Those worlds are completely inconsistent with the rest of them. None of those characters are human. And then a lot of people will be like, oh, well, Zim and Jenny aren't human, but they're trying to live in a human world. The worlds of those shows are not human. That's the problem. Have you ever seen Steven Universe? Not a fan. That's okay. That's probably the most controversial hot take. Like along with the ice cream thing. That's probably the most controversial hot take. I don't like Steven Universe. It's just not my show. I won't blame anyone for liking it though. I can see like where the appeal comes from, but it's just not for me. Can we do Among Us with viewers? Maybe at some point. I want to stream a little more often. Probably like if this is what y'all if y'all are interested in like more streams, then I could definitely do this more regularly. What's a good movie that should get a sequel? I don't know a good movie that should get a sequel because I don't watch movies, honestly. I actually, I actually don't watch movies. Uh, I want to eat your pancreas. If anyone knows what that is, no one knows what that is. But I want to eat your pancreas. I want a sequel of that with like different characters in a different scenario. Maybe set up for people to play with you like Jackbox. Maybe. That's for future plans. Oh, fucking. If I can buy Jackbox. Jackbox is expensive as fuck for some reason. What about Wander Over Yonder and CIDR? No. completely inconsistent world. I love how once Making Fiends is in some big project, everyone immediately gets emotionally attached to Vendetta and Charlotte. Yeah, it's like y'all motherfucker, y'all are fake fans. Y'all are fake ass fans. I've been watching fucking Making Fiends since this fucking shit first came out. Yes, I'm gatekeeping you. Eat my ass. Ever watch Death Battle? Uh, yeah. It fucking makes me so upset. Well, not really. It's like Death Battle's okay, but like then they have those couple of fights that are just like why. Like y'all remember Ben 10 versus Green Lantern? That has got to be one of the worst fucking things on YouTube ever. Like get that shit out of my face. Motherfucker wants to cut off Ben 10's arm with scissors. Here's a fair question: will Slime Time become a game? No. Well, like if someone wants to make a fan project of it, then yeah, but I doubt it. It'll never become a game by my hands. Is the correct answer to that question. Do you have an idea for motos in CIDR? Everything in CIDR has been planned. Ever watch Scott the Woz? I have not, but I keep seeing memes of this dude. I've been gone for so long that people have turned my subreddit into some guy called Scott the Woz. Sounds like an illness. Just like my subreddit. You okay if others use your movesets for rivals if they credit you? Yeah, that's fine. If you were to make an Ultra Despair game, like I said, if I were to answer this, it would be spoilers for future plans. Do you want that? Do you want me to just state who dies? Thoughts on web animation? Henry Stickmin animation versus animator. I mean, they're okay. I thought Henry Stickmin was funny. Like, I thought that stuff was funny before all the memes and before it blew up. Now it's just kind of like, eh. Now it's like everyone's fucking talking about this stuff. Who cares? Any Flash games you enjoy playing before it was shut down? Uh, I don't know if there's any ones that I can name specifically. There were a lot of Nickelodeon Flash games that I remember playing. I remember playing this cat scratch, like Worms game. It was like a cat scratch game that was in the style of like the Worms games that I really liked. I don't know if that's ever going to be playable ever again, which sucks. I'm gonna miss Flash. Have you heard of Salad Fingers? I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. It seems like it's up my alley though, because I'm into that fucking emo shit. I'm into that fucking like emo goth type uh like animation. I mean that's why Invader Zim is my favorite show. Did you know that there's an episode that worked with the Don't Hug Me I'm Scared crew on The Amazing World of Gumball? I'm guessing that's what that stands for. I don't watch Gumball. Gumball's not my thing. I think the hottest takes that I could give in terms of animation is that I don't like Steven Universe, I don't like Gumball, and I don't like Loud House. I think that last one in particular is gonna fucking upset so many of you. None of them tickle my funny bone. Ever watch BFDI? I was a fan of BFDI back when I was a baby child, but now that I'm a grown up, now I don't care. Plus, like I checked back on it, it's like like a lot of the jokes are way too. I don't want to say babyish, but I don't know. They seem more in line with uh, just like they seem to be pushing hard on that child friendly uh, interpretation of like their work. I know it's a kids show, but it's like I don't know. It feels very childish now. Creepiest bootleg you've seen? I mean, I don't have a creepiest bootleg. I have a creepiest thing that actually happened. Uh, so you see, like back in I think 2006 or something, there was I used to like go on to VeggieTales.com or whatever. There was like a VeggieTales website that would have all these like flash games and uh these comics. And this was official. This was official. This was a real website that was made by a Big Idea. And one of the comics uh that they had was like they have these little colored comics that are supposed to teach you like morals and stuff like that. And uh, at some point, Junior like has a dream where he slips on like a skateboard and he goes flying and he goes outside of his house. He bumps into Bob and Larry and they get taken along for the ride. And this is just a runaway skateboard that they cannot escape from for some reason. And they're just skateboarding downhill at a rapid pace, and then they fall off of a cliff and they're diving straight into like a field of broken glass and cactuses and stuff like that. This is real. This is real. This is something that happened. And then Junior like wakes up right before they like land. That is one of the weirdest things that I've ever seen that I remember. And I'm pretty sure that shit is lost media at this point. I'm almost certain that's lost media. What's your least favorite class trial? I don't really have one. I guess the first one, like the first ever one, like Danganronpa 1, Chapter 1. Mainly just because the mystery is solved just from one clue. Like it's just the 11037 thing. You know the meme. You know the meme. So like literally like Kyoko Kirigiri says like turn like just turn it upside down and then it turns it upside down and then it says Leon. And it's like, "Oh, okay. I know who did it." Good mystery. Good mystery. Have you ever had a concept that you wanted as a cartoon? I've always had a cartoon in mind since I was very young. Since I was like 12 or 11. I had this concept for this character who, like, think One Punch Man uh, or Rick and Morty, where the main character is just really fucking overpowered. But that's like the entire point of the show is that they're extremely overpowered as like a scientist type of dude, but instead of that just being like how it is, uh, it's played in the same way that like a character like Chowder or SpongeBob is overpowered, like in the way that they have so much toon force that it's absurd and they just cannot be killed by anything. That's the kind of thing that I would love. All right, hold on. Let me catch up on this. Why are you called that cheesy bastard? It's just because it's funny. Also because the Kid Icarus episode. To be honest, CIDR got me into half of the shows that were included. I was so surprised to see how many people did not have not seen a lot of the shows in CIDR. I know a lot of comments told me like, "Oh, the only shows that I have watched are Gravity Falls and Starverses and stuff like that." I'm like, "Really? All of these shows are classics. Like all of these shows are very famous aside from Making Fiends. Every other show aside from Making Fiends is very famous. At least internet famous. Like everyone should have at least heard of these shows." I love cartoons and Danganronpa. I'm planning to make some fan art of it. Oh, I would love to see that. I am Natalia. That'd be dope. Cheesy is an e-girl confirmed. I totally am. I'm not an e-girl. I'm a VTuber. I remember your object phase when you were regular dude 45. I'm surprised. Damn, you've been around for a long ass time then. A long ass time. That's got to be like 2014 at minimum. Video games you like? I like Smash. I like Pokemon. Well, I liked Pokemon. Fucking Mario. That's it. I don't play anything that's like not. I haven't really played too many video games lately. Uh, Lisa the Painful is probably one of my favorite games. Oh, yeah, you did a VTuber vid once. Any other thoughts on them? I like VTubers a lot. I like VTubers in Hololive a lot, like an absurdly amount of a lot. I, uh, it's like I don't know. There's something about it that's just really appealing to me, and plus, I'm a sucker for like cute anime girl doing cute things. Like I really like Gura. I really like Hachima. Those are like the main two that I watch. I like Callie. They're great. I don't know if I like. I'm pretty sure if I did more things like involving VTubers, like I don't think many people would watch because y'all aren't here for that. Y'all are here for cartoons and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so I'm curious. Uh, who's y'all like? Since I've answered, I think most of the questions. Who's y'all's? I'm very etiquette. I have a lot of etiquette. Uh, who's everyone's favorite character that's in CIDR? I'm gonna go on to this. I'm gonna go back. 'Cause I want to see. I'm curious as to like where the popularity lies. Like I know that Kyle is one of the most popular characters. It's like Kyle, Dipper, uh, Jenny. Jenny is very popular. And then like in the least popular category, it's like Blossom, Gaz, uh, Vendetta. Those are just like the characters that don't get talked about very much. Hi, Cheesy. I've been following you for a long time now. Remember What the Fuck Cartoon Collective? I really enjoyed the CIDR Slime Time vids. Only one question: will you plan a classic mode for Slime Time? Maybe at some point. Also, I'm surprised that you fucking remember that. Wow, you've been around since like 2013. Then that was a while ago. That was a long ass time ago. Jesus, that video was in the ether at this point, like completely removed from history. Zim, Cartman, Vendetta, Cartman, Kyle, Jenny, Eddie and Eddie, Ed, Zim, Vendetta, Charlotte, Dipper, Ed, Charlotte, Kyle, Charlotte, Kyle, Dib, Charlotte. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kyle is the most popular character, or at least in the top three. I think like ranking these characters from like most popular to least popular, it's something like this. Something like this. Uh, Probably the only reason Cartman isn't more popular is because most people hate him, or a lot of people hate him. But it's like love or hate. Either you really fucking like Cartman or you really hate him. I don't really know. Not many people talk about Star. Mm, Morty gets some like notoriety just because Rick and Morty is just that popular. Vendetta is down here, and Zim is very popular. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's something like this. So this is like close to the order of popularity. Make sure you aren't getting double. Well, I'm not. I wasn't taking like direct. I wasn't taking like direct votes. It was just the general consensus. You forgot the headmaster. I mean, which tier would you guys personally put Monokuma in? And this isn't in comparison to the rest of these characters. This isn't just like, oh, I like Monokuma, so they're S tier. No, like in comparison to the rest of these characters, where would you put them? Almost fucking direct contrasts of S and F. I remember when the chat was screaming gay as soon as Star and Jenny were. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? People were like, people were really excited about shipping them as like a lesbian couple. I was like, oh, okay, go off, go off if you want. All right, I've still seen a majority of S. It's not just from that one flood, from that one guy. It seems to be a majority of S with like other letters spliced in. In my opinion, I prefer Charlotte X Vendetta. That's very weird. That's very weird, bro. The same people who ship like fucking Cartman and Kyle Or it's just like they hate each other, so they must love each other. Nah, it's good. There's nothing wrong with shipping. I just think it's funny. Hey Cheesy, have you played a game called Your Turn to Die? Your Turn to Die is great. Yeah, no spoilers because I would assume a lot of people haven't played it, but fucking Your Turn to Die is fantastic. I'm just waiting for them to finish. They finish the game. The Monocubs should have been included. Uh, I think it'd be redundant at this point. Their gimmick was V3 was like their specific gimmick. Like their gimmick was the Monocubs, and I think I want to keep that to be like V3's gimmick, and then just have my own thing. If I were to make no, I don't want to spoil that because like making a sequel, I would want a different Monokuma, like a character to represent Monokuma without actually being Monokuma. And I think it would be really funny to be this character, but I don't want to say it. Why have multiple people asked me about my favorite ice cream flavor? This is funny. Will Gur's design be based on Into the Florpus? He isn't confirmed. He isn't confirmed, my guy. Okay, that was pretty good. Fucking waffle on your turn to die. Is it my turn yet? That's pretty good. I'm surprised that anyone like knows enough about Cat Scratch to make a reference to it, or like to make a specific reference to it. Alex Yick is the new Monokuma, absolutely. He'd make everyone want to fucking die, just like fucking like Rory, like how in one of the timelines he drove him to fucking kill himself. Like just fucking if y'all haven't played Yick, it is a masterpiece of bad writing. If you can make your own Monokuma, what animal would it be? I'd like uh what's a cool animal? I think a mono spider or something would be interesting. I don't think we've seen that. We've seen mono bird. I know uh that's in that one Korean fan project. I think it's another like Danganronpa another two. And there's like Monosock from that other like fan game, but we haven't seen a spider. What is Yik? I'm not explaining this again. Don't worry about it. Just find out for yourself. Heard of Penguin Rompa? If so, do you have a favorite character? I've heard of it, but I haven't actually watched it. I've actually refrained from watching fan projects, like watching or playing any of the Danganronpa fan projects, because I don't want to be influenced. I feel like if I were to watch some of the DR fan projects, I'd probably get influenced and like want to, or like I don't want any sort of I don't want there to be any sort of uh debate within my mind about certain things. I wouldn't want to see like, oh, this fan project did this, and so I'm just like, oh shit, I did the same thing for this part in the script. Should I change it? Should I make it so that it's different? I don't want any sort of debate in my mind from that. That's why I haven't really checked out many fan projects. I think after CIDR is over, I probably will. Cat dog is Monokuma. That actually makes so much sense. That actually makes so much sense. Because they're both fucking polar opposites. Or like it's two characters. They're like cut off. You could just fucking make it so that like cat is the black one, fucking dog is the white one, or vice versa. That'd be funny. Is your favorite cartoon Invader Zim or something else? It's Invader Zim. I answered that a little bit earlier. What's this tier list about? This was just a ranking of the popularity of the characters. There's nothing to worry about. Obviously, this is the Death Order. Pancakes or waffles? Waffles, but I don't eat it. I don't eat them as much as pancakes because waffles are harder to make. Good waffles, I mean, like not like store bought shit. You know what? I know I had this open earlier. Y'all want me to do this? I think this would be interesting. Is Shrek 2 the best movie? Of course, even though I haven't seen it since I was like fucking 6 and I don't remember anything about it. Every time Cheesy claims something is not important, I simply can't trust him. Of course. 'Cause how do you know? I could just be fucking lying through my goddamn teeth. It's gonna take like 2 hours. I'm gonna do like each character for like 5 seconds. What's the general theme of cartoons in Danganronpa? Can I answer that? Can I answer the? Oh, I guess like the theme is basically there, like at the very beginning. The theme for the most part is trust. You'll see. It'll take a while, but I don't. All right, I'm gonna do this. So, uh, the thing is, I don't think there are any in E. Never mind. There's just like two characters in E. Uh, I'll just go in order of how they appear. And I just realized there's Danganronpa 3 character, like Danganronpa 3 the anime. That's like the only piece of Danganronpa media that I don't like. Like I'm very like happy-go-lucky when it comes to Danganronpa. Like a lot of people will be like, "Oh, the chapter 3 of Danganronpa 2 is really bad, and here is why." And I was like, I don't care. Like I'm good with all of it. Like Danganronpa in general is good, and I like the series, and so I don't really complain about it too much. But fucking DR3 is just wow, just wow. Ever watch Phineas and Ferb? Have does a dog sniff its ass? The answer is yes. All right, real quick. Leon, he's really boring. He doesn't really do anything. He dies immediately. He the only thing that's really interesting about him is the whole thing with his cousin from uh, the backstory in I think it was another episode, Ultra Despair Girls, that had the his sister or no, not his sister, his cousin, and like that was fine, but like it didn't make him more interesting. It made the other character more interesting. Ultra Despair Gakure, dude. Shout out to Nikobe. Akane, neutral. She's okay. She's not not anything spectacular, honestly. She's just fine. Doesn't really do anything for me, but she's funny in her own right. Big boobies. That's a good plus. uh, is this alter ego? I just realized that. I thought that was Fujisaki's alter ego. I mean, alter ego and Fujisaki are the same character. They're literally the same character. Okay, so I'm just gonna put both of them. Where's Fujisaki? There she is. Or he, my bad. But Fujisaki's I. I think he is overrated, but uh, they're still a pretty good character, and I enjoy the short time that they had. I like you, funny words, Magic Man. I am incredibly funny, obviously. Angie, mm, nah, I wasn't a fan of her back when I was first playing the game. I thought she was really annoying when I first started V3, and then as the game went on, or like as time went on, like, after I finished V3, I grew to appreciate her character. Still not a big fan of her though. Like this is an opinion piece, just so you know. I want to like make that clear. This is opinions. This is not uh my actual like I think that there needs to be like dislikable characters, and that's kind of like Angie's role in V3 was that she was supposed to be a character that you were supposed to be against morally. I'm all good for those characters. That doesn't mean that I like them personally, but I do like Angie's role as an antagonist, like during chapter 3. Do you have a Twitter? I do. I do. It's that cheesy at that cheesy basta. It's just my name without the R, the last few letters. Angie chapter 3 kind of sucked. I thought it was a good fucking. I thought it was a nice way to build suspense at the very least. Tagami's great. That's all I can say. Tagami's great. Celeste is alright. They're pretty good. I like them. Chiaki is overrated. Like they're either here or like here, something like that. But like I think Chiaki's overrated. I like them, but I think that she gets way too much attention in comparison to a lot of the other characters. I barely remember what this character did in 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 3. You know what? Just I'm just gonna do this. I don't know anything about. I don't remember enough about any of these characters. Opinion on JoJo. Never watched it. All right, fucking. I'm debating on S or A, but just letting you know, Fuyuhiko is a godlike character. The best redemption arc in Danganronpa history, without a doubt. He is a bro. He is a bro, and I love bro characters. Like we'll get to Kaito as well, but I love bro characters. And this dude, he went from like a scumbag to just I adore what they did with him. He's an awesome character. Is this genocider like separated from Fuyuhiko or from Fukawa? Where's Fukawa? No, this is just. Oh no, here she is. All right, well I'm gonna just best character in Danganronpa one, hands down, easily, easy best character in Danganronpa one. Genocider is funny as fuck, and then like in fucking Ultra Despair Girls, like she becomes like that's where she really shines is in Danganronpa. Fucking Danganronpa another episode. Her relationship with Kamaru. In fact, hold up, is Kamaru on this list? Yeah, she is. That's also an S. Kamaru would probably be like she's so close to being the best protagonist to me. It's just this fucking Shuichi and Hajime are just amazing, and like they're so hard to top. But Kamaru is just such a fucking good character. Her relationship with Toko is just like I'm not even like I don't like gay ship that much because like I'm straight. That's just kind of what happens. Is that I just kind of ship within my own line of vision. That's just how I do. But like these two are fucking. Komaru and Toko are a fucking perfect couple. Weird since you use DIU music in one of your mashups. What is DIU? Oh, you mean the Johnny Test one? Is what you mean? Or is it the fucking? Or is it the Let's Kill the Hoe? Because for Let's Kill the Hoe, it's just because of the fucking Hololive meme. Gonta is a good boy. I don't know if he's a good enough boy for this. I'm gonna give him a very high B. There's a cat here. This is fucking Celestia's cat. I'm gonna ignore that. Yeah. Gundam, best character, one of the best characters in the entire series. Hajime, one of the best characters in the entire series. Fuck you. I love Gundam's personality. Gundam reminds me of Zim so much. Gundam reminds me so much of Zim. Just this insane character who is all about this evil life, but they're so bad at it. I love it. And then Hajime's twist of being Izuru Kamakura is probably one of my favorite twists in the entire series. Fumi Yamada, I don't hate him like everyone else does. This is a dislike. He's just eh. He's not very. It's just he doesn't add. He doesn't really add much. Unlike Teru Teru and fucking. Damn it! Why am I blanking on him? Why am I blanking on him? He's one of my favorite characters. Shit! Why am I blanking on him? Ryoma. That's his fucking name. I'm dumb. I don't know why I was blanking on that so hard. Ryoma is one of my favorite characters as well. Probably like right here. But like unlike Ryoma and Teru Teru, he like doesn't serve any purpose. He doesn't give any emotional weight. He's just kind of like this dude is just kind of there. And it's just not a very. It's not. He's not funny enough to make up for it. Himiko, just very cute, very surprising very surprising survivor, especially since there were only three survivors in V3. But I like her. I like her a lot. Asahina's pretty neat. Not much to say about that. She's just cute. She's just very nice girl. I don't remember too much about her. I remember liking her though. Hagakure is funny. Hot take. I so I know that fucking I know people are gonna like some people are gonna go off on me. I don't like it. I don't like her. Sayonji is not very not very entertaining. She has like one joke throughout the entire fucking throughout the entirety of Danganronpa 2, and that's like calling Mikan pig barf, and that's it. Like that's my only. This is like the only one of the few times in which I actively dislike a character because it's just like she's so useless. When the fucking despair disease and all that was going on, fucking she just ran away and hid and left everyone alone. And it's like what a it's so just unempathetic this character. She never had any redemption of any kind. She was just kind of there and like leached off of Mahiru during the second chapter. Ibuki's great. Probably like here or here, something like around here. Ibuki's just really funny, and I like me some comedy characters. Comedy characters are some of my favorites in the series. That's why Gundam is so high. Tugami is good. Not much to say about it. Izuru, I guess I won't really rank Izuru because like Izuru and Hajime share a spot, but Izuru's great. This dude's voice is annoying. This dude's voice is annoying. That's the only thing that I don't like about him, and it drags him down so much. I like his arc. You know, I'll put him here. His voice is annoying, but like I like his arc in another episode. I actually don't even know who this is. Do y'all know who this is? That's a first. I actually don't even know who this is. Junko. Y'all be hating on her. I like her. I like her quite a bit. I just like that she was intended to be. Oh, there's my alarm. I like that she was intended. Is that Jin Kirigiri? Are you sure? He looks young in that picture. He looks very young in that picture. He looks different to me. I don't know. Maybe that's because I'm used to seeing him as a skeleton. But uh, I think I really like Junko. I like that they made this character with the intention of her not having a purpose. She's just here to be an asshole. That's it. She's here to just be an asshole and leave. And I think that's so funny. Uh, Kaede is like right next to Chiaki for me, and like characters that are overrated a little bit, but I do like her quite a bit. It's just that I've never been a fan of people who have the argument that Kaede should have been the protagonist and that the switch to Shuichi like in V3 was unwarranted. Because Kaede, like to start, was not a very interesting protagonist to me to begin with. And like that was the purpose, was that she's a very kind-hearted girl with a very simple talent. She's very straightforward in her approach to a lot of things, and I like that. I think that she's a great character in general, but I don't think that she's a good main character. I think her approach to life is a little too uh like uplifting for Danganronpa. That's why I don't think that she would have been a good protagonist. I think that the switch to Shuichi was a good move. Who's your wife? Who's I don't know. Generally, when I think of Danganronpa, I'm not thinking about the fuckableness of the characters. Speaking of which, no, but Kaito's great. Probably like right below Fuyuhiko. I know some people who don't like fucking Kaito, but I love bro characters. Kaito is the ultimate bro character. Dude is just always there for Shuichi, and it is, I did fucking he like his approach to life and his approach to like getting Shuichi to come out of his shell was very heartwarming to me. I always found that very endearing. This girl from fucking like this is Leon's cousin. I'm pretty sure this this character is unrankable. Like I know there's so many people who fucking put like uh Korakio in like E tier because of the one thing at the end with the incest, and that's it. That's the only reason that they don't like him. But this character's entire thing is incest. Her character is incest, and I have no idea what to put because I kind of like her premise, weirdly enough. I'll put her down here. I think she's. I like her as a character. Kazuichi is like right up there with Kaito for being just like a really fun, really funny, like bro character. That's all I need to say. If I could put this guy here, I would. This is like the worst twist in Danganronpa history. Kibo, uh, somewhere over here. Good character. I'm gonna speed run through some of these. Kurumi, she's okay. She didn't really do too much for me. Uh, I liked her. I liked her twist at the end, but not much. Ishimaru is right here, but like it's Super Saiyan Ishimaru. Ishimaru's a fun enough character. Uh, yeah, he's just okay. And then Kokichi, I'm put him up here. He's either right here or up here, something like that. Kokichi's great, and then in the meantime, I'm also gonna put Kameda up here. Kameda and Kokichi are fire villains. This is what fucking like I know that a lot of people fucking go back on like fucking Kokichi's so annoying. All he did was like, destroy the plot. And, like fucking Kameda's fucking shit about hope and despair is so fucking stupid. I hear that a lot in the fandom. There will always be those naysayers. I don't give a fuck. I think that these are fucking top tier villains. I couldn't hope to write villains as fucking good as these two. Kyo, I like him. but he's probably like at the bottom of this. People mostly just don't like KO because of the incest thing. But I think overall, just as a character, he's fine. This girl is fucking adorable, and I feel really bad for her. From like the whole plot of Ultra Despair Girls, I feel really bad for her. She deserved better. Like in terms of just like the character's backstory. I mean, not like within the context of the story. She deserved better. Do I rank the Kumas? I'm not gonna rank the Kumas. Giri's kind of overrated. Like to me, she's probably like in terms of like the side characters, like the helper characters. She's probably like my least favorite because she's the least interesting to me. I know her whole thing was like the Hope's Peak thing, like the whole mystery of Hope's Peak, and her dad being the fucking being the headmaster and all that. But uh, she as a character, like herself, just wasn't that interesting to me. Uh, my hero's like here. I really like my hero. She's a very simple character, but I think that she's probably as good as a character as simple as this will get. Maki, I like her better than Himiko. I'll put her below Kazuichi. The twist of her being the ultimate assassin was fucking amazing. I think that Danganronpa just showed their incest fetish after Ultra Ultra Hagakure. Probably. There's so much wasted potential. It's like it's not wasted potential to me because it's like these characters have to die. I know I will never understand that argument because these characters have to die. One of them has to die. So obviously, yeah, some of them have like abilities that could be useful later on, or like they could have an arc later on or something like that. But not every character can get that. Some people have to be left in the dust. And I think it's fine to make room for some other characters. I think that she could have probably been replaced, or like Akane, like she could have probably replaced Akane or something like that. But it's just not like I never understand the wasted potential argument. Makoto's really boring. I know that's his character. His character is supposed to be boring, but like after all of the insanity of like two another episode in V3, it's like going back and seeing like Makoto like act so normally is it's super jarring. It's like Danganronpa 1 is so weird in comparison to the rest of the series. Like I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's bad at all. I think he's great in terms of like a character, but me personally, I think that he's kind of boring. Uh this dude, he's easily the worst of the kids. This this dude is Leon's son. Look at this. He's mostly just annoying. Like unlike the other kids where I can understand their plight and like why they want to do the things that they do. I don't understand this kid. he just got like beat up by his dad, and that was it. I feel like he kind of needed a little more in order to get those sympathy points, as well as like his personality is really obnoxious. Do this. Uh, I don't know if this is an underrated opinion anymore. Like I don't know if this opinion is low key because I've seen hella contrast between this character and like between this character like and dislike. This is one of the most polarizing characters in the series in terms of like who likes them and who hates them. It's like a 50-50 split. I love Mikon, but I know so many people hate this character. I personally think Sonya should have died instead of Hiyoko. I don't know. I feel like in fucking. I remember back when Danganronpa 2 came out. I've never heard these opinions before. It's super weird to hear them nowadays. Not saying you can't have your opinion. Obviously, it's fine. But it's just like I've never heard these opinions before. Like before like this year or like 2020. I mean, like I've always liked Sonya. Like I've seen like a lot of like negative press for her lately. Also, Miyu is here. Miyu's the best character in the entire series. She's too funny to not be. Monica is just a better Junko. Mondo is he's I. Mondo's one of those characters that I just can't really have a strong opinion on. Let's just put all the Kumas back here. Mizuno is Danganronpa 1 is definitely the game that I have the least experience in because I haven't replayed it as much as I've replayed the other games. But uh fucking she's alright. Like her backstory is pretty good, but like that's as much because we don't really know too much about her personality other than she's just a combat girl. Did I say Mizuno? My bad. Did I say Mizuno? I fucking meant Makuro. Uh, who's left that I can actually rank? This dude, right up here, right up here. Big sympathy points for this dude. That kiss, y'all remember this the CG with the fucking kiss between these two? That intimidated me. This dude deserves so much better. Nekomaru's alright. Not much to say about that. Pekko's alright. Not much to say about that. She's one of those like booster characters that she she's her main purpose is to boost Fuyuhiko. Like she brings Fuyuhiko from like here to all the way up here. But I don't really have much strong opinions on Pekko or Nekomaru. They're mostly just alright to me. Rantaro is great and is an amazing bait. Is amazing first trial bait. I remember back when V3 was like first coming out, everyone thought that this dude was gonna be the new Kameda, and he died immediately. I thought that was so funny. Definitely the best, like one of the best twists, like one of the best bait and switches that they've done. This dude, this dude is gross. Uh, Sakura's I. She's like right next to Kirigiri. She's like, one of those characters I have no opinion on. Mizuno is like, I guess right next to Leon. In fact, I'm gonna boost Angie. Like Mizuno's She's just kind of. It's like her character is good. Her character makes a lot of sense. But that's kind of it. It's like her character makes sense in terms of the context of the plot, and that's basically it for me. That's all that she does. I forgot this is a V3 or this is a three character. This is also a three character. This is like one of the best three characters, even though three was interesting. Shuichi baby. Shuichi is god tier, and I will not hear anything. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear no. Oh, Shuichi's so fucking shit. Fucking. Kokichi does all the work. Kaede should have been the protagonist. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. Shuichi's arc and his argument with fucking Samugi at the end about the whole reality versus fiction is the whole reality versus fiction thing is the best thing that Danganronpa has ever done. And I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. You grow up fucking being made fun of for loving cartoons and then tell me that moment did not hit you hard. Please tell me. I would love to hear it. I think now in 2021, I can say that Sonya is severely underrated now. I think most people like really dislike Sonya at this point, weirdly enough. I think she's cute. I think her relationship with Gundam is great. I think the wow, do you see this trifecta up and down right here? I did not plan this. But I think Sonya's great. I think that her relationship with both Gundam and Kazuichi was really funny. Just too bland. I don't get that argument. I don't get that argument. She has all of these jokes with her not understanding like certain etiquette, and that boosts her a lot. That made for a lot of really good comedy, as well as she plays off a lot of the characters really well. At least that's how I feel. The DR3. Uh, that's this dude from fucking from Ultra Disparagos. I'm not gonna rank that. Ishimaru is already up here. Tanko. That's this is another hot take. These are the two characters in this entire series that I don't like. Like even this category, I do kind of like these characters. I don't like these characters. And it's not like I don't like it's not that I don't like these characters because of wasted potential or anything like that. I just don't like their very premise. I don't think they work very well personally. Cuz Tanko is too anti-man for her to do anything else important to the plot without it feeling forced. Like, her relationship with Himiko didn't feel natural to me. That's probably like one of the lowest points for V3 for me was the relationship with Himiko and Tanko. It never felt right. It just didn't feel it didn't feel like it had any impact to me. It was just there. It felt random. And V3 is my favorite game, and I like everything about Danganronpa, basically, aside from this. But just these two are the only things that are like bogging down the experience. It's not enough for me to be like, oh, these characters are complete trash, irredeemable. I don't want to see them in my fucking video game. But you know, Yoko could have more the fucking just hating on Danganronpa 2 Chapter 3 is such a stereotype at this point. It's like such an easy jab, and I don't even agree with it. Teruto is pretty good. Teruto is probably on the lower end of characters that I like, and it's either here or here because like I liked Teru's final moments more than I liked his character overall. His character overall was just kind of it was like Miyu, but less endearing, I guess. But his final moments were very nice. And then, oh wow, in terms of the cast, this is the last character of the actual cast, and I'll put her like here. I think her character throughout V3 makes sense. Like I said, this is an opinion piece on the way that I like the characters, less than their impact on the actual story. Like, I love her impact on the actual story, but she's like overall not that interesting. Like I said, Shuichi versus Samugi, reality versus fiction, best thing in the entire series. I don't want to hear it. And that's the tier list. When is the next episode of Cartoons of Danganronpa coming out? I don't really know. If I work towards it, maybe like April or May. But we are still quite a long ways a while, long whiles away from CIDR Chapter 1 coming out. Because like I said, I am really planning on. Uh, I really want CIDR to start off really well, and so I'm making sure that everything is as perfect as it can be. Like I have to set up all of the plot. I have to set up the character interactions and all of this. I have to make sure that all these characters fucking are also just like in character. I try my best to make sure that the writing is as accurate to the characters as I can make it. And so a lot of the times I will just binge watch the shows in CIDR in order to ensure that I'm doing them justice. There's also elements for like the future, uh, like like future chapters and stuff that I have to make sure are there. Like it's not just one chapter that I have to worry about. I have to worry about the rest of the plot. I have to worry about the rest of the entire story for CIDR whenever I make a chapter because there could be future elements that need to be brought up. Christ, man, it has been a while. I think I've been streaming for about 2 hours now. Are the free time events going to be in separate videos or the chapter videos themselves? They're going to be within the chapter videos. However, like by the end of CIDR, every character will get a free time event, or like will get like their full set of free time events in a separate video. No lie, I spent most of this morning just trying to title the first chapter of my fan. Yeah, I remember you said that back in on the Discord. Flora petals. Overall, the chapters are way harder to write for uh, CIDR than the prologue. The prologue was pretty easy because all I had to do was introduce the characters in a linear manner. There wasn't like too many plot details that had to be introduced or anything like that. It was mostly just introducing regular Danganronpa stuff that people already know, and then just letting you see all of the characters within the world, and that's it. The chapters are a lot more complicated. So I'm probably gonna end it uh, in a bit. I'm probably gonna end the stream a little bit because it's been like 2 hours. I did the tier list. I'm surprised that I fucking surprised I managed to finish this. Will it stay up on the channel or will it be unlisted? I don't know. I'll probably I might make it unlisted, but then put it in like a playlist because I do want to stream more often, and I think the stream should probably have like a dedicated playlist by themselves. And like I don't want to clutter the whole channel with like this like live stream, live stream, live stream, and all that. Do you compare Zim to Kokichi? Zim's too dumb. Zim's not smart enough to be Kokichi. If Invader Zim comes back, would you watch it? Obviously, the answer is no. I would never watch that. Oh, why? Why would I ever watch that? Yes. Yeah. All right. Thank you for joining me. Uh, Thinking about like what I could do for the future. Like maybe I could stream uh like cartoon games and stuff like that, just to keep with the theme of the channel. Because I remember before I streamed Shrek. I streamed uh the Shrek Smash Brothers game, Shrek Super Slam, and I also streamed Cartoon Network Punchtime Explosion, and that was fun. I had to play with Ezrian, or Demic Studios, as you guys probably know him as. So maybe in the future I'll do something like that. Do more stuff like that. I think that would be fun. But, thank y'all for watching. Uh, this has been fun. This has been very interesting. Very interesting thing to do with my what day is it today? With my Thursday afternoon. So yeah, CIDR is probably not gonna come until April or May or something like that, and uh, I don't know if I'm gonna do like bonus videos or like previews or anything in between. Uh, just know that it is coming. There's a lot of art that still needs to be completed. The script for chapter one actually isn't even done, and I still need to show. I still need to, like I said, complete the script in order to send it to the voice actors so they can do all that shit. Like it is a long script. So yeah. All right. I'm peace enough. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm gonna fucking go and like eat a pancake or something. Oh, it's like 6 in the afternoon. I'm gonna go eat a steak, a hamburger. All right. See y'all later. Bye.